Hi. Take a close look at the picture. You see an ordinary fence, the dark blue of a perfect morning sky, the hemlock branches, but your eye really lingers on and appreciates the shadow. It is in sharp contrast of the cream color of the fence and invites you to stare, to smell, and to love. Although the image you see is not of the exact branch, you can tell what shape the branch is. It exists in your mind. You recreate it, although it does not show in the picture. The shadow is also in our lives. It is not real in the sense that we imagine it more than we see it, feel it, smell it, or taste it. The shadow is the dark side. Mostly we try to avoid it, stuff it down, ignore it, and hope it will go away. But the shadow exists outside our direct view. The shadow is there. Consider the shadow as a teacher. Consider that the shadow only exists when light is cast on the original object of our desire, and when that object is just out of view. That's when the shadow takes its place. We see everything around the object, but there is emptiness where we desire to see the object. What is the object of your desire? Is it love, acceptance, hope, health, goals and aspirations? What is the shadow side, the opposite of what you see but want to reject? Name it. Perhaps it is hate or fear or rejection. Let's now give it a name. Because it is time to shine the light directly on the shadow. When the source of light is moved away from the object of desire or a branch and onto the shadow on the fence itself, the shadow disappears. It will never disappear unless we look directly at the shadow. Let's make friends with the shadow. Now that you have named it, sit with it. This is always uncomfortable. Your stomach may churn. Your throat may want to close up. Your head may hurt. Sit with those feelings. If you need to, call your lifeline to process this with another person. If you are feeling okay with doing this alone, continue. Lean into the feeling in your body. It's just a feeling. Ask it what it wants you to know. You see, your body no longer wants to harbor the feeling that this shadow brings. The only way to go beyond this feeling that hurts is to go through it. If you avoid it, you add the hurt to the existing ball of negativity that exists there. It is time to unwind that tied up ball of yarn. You can go deeper if you're ready. You can yell into a pillow as long as it takes until the yelling and the tears have escaped from the dungeon in the body. You can write about it until there is nothing left to write, or dance, or paint, or whatever your body wants to do right now. No hurting, just releasing. No adding to the pain, just letting the pain out. Of course, if your desire is at all self-destructive, call your lifeline. These shadows exist for our good. What, you say? Yes, there is a reason. When we were born, we were pure divinity. Over time, our ego or little self grows. It comes as we are protected by our elders. When they say no, It is for our own good. A protective layer begins to develop, a wound. And that wound continues to grow each time we are stopped from being free. It is a necessary part of living. Our job, once we are ready, is to unwind the wound, to go through the door of the shadow, to get to the other side where there is light. It takes practice, effort, and work. It takes many trials, like the proverbial taking off layer after layer of an onion. Ever wonder why the metaphor is of an onion? Because we must cry many tears. It is only through our tears that we can wash away the pain. Each time we take a bath in our tears, some of the hurt dissipates. The next time we revisit the wound, the shadow, it doesn't hurt so much. We feel a little lighter, a little cleaner, a little more divine, like when we first started out. We are awakening.